Hey everyone, welcome to the Oasis podcast. I'm your host, Miss AJ. Thanks for tuning in. An oasis is something that provides refuge, relief, or a pleasant contrast, and that is exactly what you will find tuning into the Oasis podcast. This is a space where I and special guests will be cultivating intentional and honest conversations about life's journey. Subscribe everywhere you listen to podcasts and watch us on YouTube now. Hey y'all, hey! Welcome back to another episode of the Oasis podcast. Thank you for joining me again. So happy Valentine's Day, y'all! I hope you guys are enjoying it or will be enjoying it at some point, and whether that is by yourself or with your lovers or your friends, I hope you have a great time. I know I will be. So I know today is not our usual day, but I wanted to try something new today. I actually got this idea from one of my other podcasters, and I think it's a good idea. Honestly, I think releasing episodes on Saturdays might be a better thing for me. It gives me more time to edit and get those kind of technical things done, and then I can release it, and it just feels less stress on a Saturday, to be honest, instead of like a Thursday morning or during the week, and I got to figure out if I have things to do, how to make sure to advertise and yada yada. So let me know what y'all think. I hope y'all enjoy this episode with Mr. Chad Scott and I hope this is pertinent for today on Valentine's Day. So whoever you with, whoever you're spending this time with, if they are a lover or a possible lover, that you are playing it smart. Take your brain with you, okay? Talk to you soon. Bye.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Oasis podcast. We are once again here with our personal favorite, Mr. Chad Scott. Chad Scott, please introduce yourself to those who may not know who you are.
Thanks for having me again. I always appreciate chatting with you and having a vibe with the audience. Chad Scott here, life and relationship coach, but I can always say I'm more about accountability partner. So my thing is about holding somebody accountable to be the best version of themselves.
That's right. That's right. And I personally love talking to other coaches and seeing what their mindset is, where they are. You know what I mean? Because you encounter a lot of different people and also having a male perspective, which is, I think, is important to get a well-rounded understanding of where things are. And so today we are going to be chatting and talking about how we dating in 2026. New year is so fresh. I hope people are still still got that new year feeling because it is February, so it might have wore off by
Got it.
now. So I am really interested to hear what your thoughts are, your perspective is, and also things you've already seen,
Mm-hmm.
2026 scene when it comes to dating. So I want to talk about the trends. I want to talk about, what have you noticed and the thing, just your thoughts on what should definitely be left in 2025 and what we should be bringing into 2026. So go ahead, let's jump right on in.
Well, one of the biggest trends that we see across the board is AI, right? And now when it comes to the dating world, more people are leaning towards AI to enhance their pictures and how they talk to certain people on to text them, whether the dating apps or just regular text messages. And now people take a whole text thread, put it on ChatGPT, and have ChatGPT try to figure out a rebuttal or what to say to the person back to them. And I had so many stories of women tell me how guys using enhancement pictures now and on dates now trying to really be AI and not really, when you talk to them like, it don't match, but So that's one of the things I'm seeing with AI. And on top of that, I think that what's going on now, the trend is more people are slow walking the dog. We talked about it before last time on the pod. That more people is taking things slow to collect more data, to get to know people. More women are embracing dating multiple people if they have the bandwidth. And I'm seeing more of the trend of going back to the basics as far as going back to social events and meeting people the old-fashioned way. So as dating apps are declining now because people getting fatigued, more people like, yo, what's going on in these cities? Not the single events, but more of
General.
network events and just general be around the people anymore. Take it old school. So I like that as far as people actually have it in person. And just like I said with the AI stuff, now I need to talk to you and really see you in real life and talk to you. And yeah, and also I'd be suggesting women drop the handkerchief more and trying to put yourself in position to have that conversation. I know a lot of women like want to be old school and kind of like just stare and have the man come. But nowadays, you got to drop the handkerchief a little bit. Basically, statement piece, wear something nice, say hello, and just like a network event. And then see where it goes from there. So, yeah, so there's some promises, but there is still struggle in the dating pool, so to speak.
You said a lot, so let's
Yeah.
dive into a few things. This whole AI business. So it's pretty much new age catfish. Instead of pictures, it's personality. It's literally everything.
Because it hit a point now, and you probably noticed it on your timeline, whatever, where even people, again, I always say we should like solo dates, do a photo shoot. But so many people use the AI for their photo shoots now. Like in the sense of the birthday post is not them, it's the AI of them holding the cake. You're like, oh, she looks so good. Wait a minute. So now, even on LinkedIn accounts, like you seeing people embracing AI to the point where, like you said, becoming this forced reality. And that's is getting weird in a sense. But it's like I get the enhancement, but when you take on a whole facade of who you are, then you feel like maybe if I grab them, the bait and switch. And that's not how you're gonna find more genuine, authentic connections.
Absolutely. And that's where it sits right there, because then you're doing all this, but how are you going to uphold this, right? Like this is where I think where discernment is important, where just like and also talking about one of the other things you mentioned about slow walking a dog, right? About taking your time to get to know someone. Because then you'll be able to be like, this ain't adding up. But I mean, the physical you're gonna see out the gate. And
Oh, yeah.
Are you seeking guidance and support in life on your motherhood journey? AJO Consulting Services, LLC, offers tailored strategies to help you overcome challenges, build resilience, and achieve your goals. Empower yourself with personalized coaching.
There, why lie about something you can't hide? I like that's just weird to me, right? About height, weight, you can't hide. I literally can see you, and I can tell. Like that's just like, but why do that, right? That's already a red flag because that shows you're not comfortable with yourself. Self-esteem clearly is an issue, but the personality piece, being able to write eloquently, put thoughts together cohesively, I can figure that out in a conversation with you, like like me and you chatting right now, we get on a phone call. I can be like, the tone, the language just doesn't sound the same. So to me, it's like, what is the end goal? What is the purpose in doing that? I can understand being nervous or not feeling fully confident
Yeah.
in your ability to convey the message that you want, but you still should show up authentically, right? So what are your thoughts? Like, who do you feel is doing it the most? And I guess, do you feel what do you think is a decent way to utilize AI in this realm?
Well, like I think that for me, I feel like your pictures should be you.
At the very least.
That's sorry, y'all. Because once again, you want authentic connections. And I understand if a guy, the pictures I've seen, I know you may be balded. You ain't really want to embrace the bald head, so you want to give it a little extra Caesar and fix it up, or slim yourself down because that's how you used to look 10 years ago. But and also they hope when they go on these dates, people don't point it out or call them on their stuff. They still be look a little different, but all right, you hug and try to power through it. But you could tell something's off, and you're just hoping that person be not rude. But it's like, come on, you playing somebody's face. I think when it comes to when you write in text messages, if you want to clean it up a little bit, I get it. But once it starts having a new way of thinking or trying to manipulate and trying to find a profile how to present yourself, you can't live that rap. So I think that it's okay to use it as a tool, but it can't be who you trying to become, this fake persona. That's when you, at the end of the day, we want to make somebody we align with and be authentic. You want someone to love you for you and not the character, because then you got to keep the character up. So, like, if you're trying to be a quote unquote Christian good girl and you not that, then you're going to be boxed in. When you start hitting you with Bible scriptures, you're like, I don't know about that one. Give me a second, and go to the back again. I see what he's talking about. Yeah, so I think it's really about being authentic and finding that kind of relationship. But yeah, AI is a trend that I'm seeing an uptick on.
And it's exactly what you said. You want someone to want you authentically. And like, again, utilizing AI for your whole personality is just going to make your life a lot harder in the long run. Because now when you out at events and you're out on dates with this person and they're asking you about the things that AI done told you about, what you gonna be doing sitting on their table like this? Like what are you what are you gonna do? So like clean up grammar. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no problem. But the message is yours, but you just want to make sure, you got the periods where your periods need to be and your grammar where it needs. Okay, that's fine, but like to create your whole personality is very, very strange. And I understand though, AI is so convenient now. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. Like
Mm-hmm.
and they forcing it on you. Like you don't even have a choice. Well, let me rephrase that. It feels like you don't have a choice.
Gotcha.
But
Mm-hmm.
you can always bypass. You know what? Let me, say what I have to say. Yeah, I miss a period here or there. That's okay. Right?
There was a study recently about daydreaming, right? And how important it is just to wonder, like just to have your mind and not just automatically go on your phone to do stroll or Google something. Like get your mind moving a little bit. And like you said, some people get caught up in ChatGPT where they treat it like Google. They just every
Yep.
minute, let me ChatGPT this. I'm like, yo, I feel you, but let's sit on it and let's Google it. Let's not go straight to chat because chat is, generated, and they even tell you now too, like this may not be
It's
accurate.
not accurate. I was just about to say, because I've actually done some courses on ChatGPT, like on
Yeah,
AI in general.
yeah,
Because, to see how you can incorporate it into your
yeah.
business and
Mhm.
whatnot. And so they tell you all the time, like, some some of this stuff is not accurate. It's not real. Because what all these AI is doing is grabbing information from multiple
Mhm.
places, but they're not verifying all of this information that is real, right? That is from good sources. So,
But like I said, there's lawyers that get disbarred. There's things where they not really understand that I may put something in that they pull stuff from Maryland, and I live in New York.
yeah.
But and also back to old school when we used to do this back in the days, the Cliff Notes and
Mhm.
write things like people got to proofread, read it through. So you bet, they look good.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
take the
No.
dashes off and let it go. No, read the whole thing.
Dashes in the stars, take them off. Okay, because chat, they love that. Okay, well, another thing you mentioned is that people are slow walking it a lot
Mhm.
more, which I love to hear. It's wonderful.
It's been an uphill battle.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask you. What has the results been looking like in regards to now wanting to slow down? Is it your clients wanting to slow down more so, or do you find it that it's a mutual thing, or one party wants to do it more than the other? Like, do you feel like it's a collective? Okay, let's slow down.
Well, I've been begging for slow down for a long time, but I'm
Mhm.
seeing that it's now more people outside of my coaching now. More people are embracing more about alignment, intentional dating.
Mhm.
Before it just sounded like a cool little cliche. I'm intentionally dating, but now there's more people like I'm not a fan, and this is why we having the male single epidemic going on right now. Because
Mm.
people are dating intentionally.
Mhm. I
So
realize you very
that's
trash.
so
I'm gonna
that's
leave your ass over there.
so yes, that's part of it, the gift and the curse, right? It's like people are doing the work, women are doing the work, women are going more in therapy, women are being more intentional about what they want and not get caught up in the honeymoon stage or the rush or the audition stage to get somebody to pick them.
Mhm.
There's still them out there. Let's don't get twisted.
Yeah.
But there's more women understanding because I always talk about it before. Most women do not know how to date.
Mm.
So now they finally understanding what dating is supposed to look like, how your nervous system is supposed to feel, how
Mm.
he handles you, and not one size fit all because he like you and you're attractive. You feel like you got chosen. So that's part of it right now. So now that's where the disconnect comes in, because men are mad, most men, because they cannot get in the kind of woman they desire, or the ones they normally could get. They feel like they have to work more now. There needs to be easier flow when I would have sex with you early, cloud your judgment, take you on a $300 date, and skip the line. Now there's more women like, I got my own money. I'm cool. Are you gonna bring peace? And now, the last week with Kiki Palmer, like, I may not want to live with a man. Like, it's getting more of that. What am I all taking in? And I would tell people all the time, like, people may like the idea of you, but you also have to understand the day-to-day operations. And with the day-to-day operations, can I handle this? Can I handle how you handle this? You know, like, we have to pick partners differently. It's the most important decision we got to make. But so now people understand it now as life and mental health and how people feel with the breakup. So there's out there that's still at the honeymoon, the butterfly feelings, but people understand I need more now.
No notes. Absolutely. Because time will reveal a lot of things.
It does.
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. And so another piece that you mentioned, which I love, and I don't know if it's a collective mental shift, but I've also been on like, I need to go outside. But wanting to go outside.
Yes.
Whereas before I was like, man, no, thank you. But I do want to go outside. Outside is expensive though.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
And in some cases unsafe.
Mm-hmm.
So how can someone balance that out, right? I want to go outside. I want to meet new people. It's not even necessarily me to just date, right?
Yeah.
Just to meet new people, experience some new things, but keeping in mind our lives are expensive. And, in some cases, in some places, it might be unsafe for people that look like us to be outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it will have to take research, right? We got social media, we got Instagram, we got TikTok, we got friends, right? And community. I think that what happens now, we have to be more intentional about what we like to do and find our tribe in that sense, like-minded individuals. So I love R&B, so I'm always at an R&B concert, right? I like to go out in certain kind of relationship talks and stuff like that. It's mostly women, I know. But I like to have those conversations, so I will be at those events. And then when I have the entrepreneur events, like, it's just find things that you actually want to do, or your homegirl and partner up. So have no more than 2 or 3. So you get intimidated for guys. But yeah, this, like you said, just being outside intentionally. Yes, it's expensive, but if you coordinate it, if you orchestrate it well, and people are traveling more. But it's about locally, just trying to find that community and meet people. And also when it comes to dating, back to old school, what people doing now, is that they want referrals. Like, they tell their friends that if you have a brother, if you have an uncle, if you have a friend, if you have a coworker, like, help me, please. That's part of it too. Like, so you may not meet the love, but you may meet someone that have a great brother or a great uncle or a great cousin. Like, so therefore, that's why community is so important. But doing like-minded individuals, so you actually enjoy it, and then let people know I'm single and I'm looking.
I'm a huge proponent of referrals.
Right.
FYI, anyone, if you know anyone. But also, because I've been burned this way too.
Okay.
Vet the referral source. That's important.
Yeah,
because if this person doesn't know quality people, because you see they doing some dumb shit, do not trust their thoughts and opinions on what a quality person is. That's important.
And like you said, and sometimes you want to think where it's funny how they probably would just dump somebody on you, right? They'd be like, they got a brother or a cousin, like, yeah, we need to get him somebody quick. Here you go. And heavy lifting there. That boy did not do no work, no therapy, no vibes, no nothing. He just it's the reason why he's single. Yeah.
No, seriously. And I think, at least I can speak for myself. I'll speak for myself mainly, but I've also heard this from other people who has dated via a referral. Depending on the proximity to your life. Like, if it's a person that's fairly close to you or somebody you hold in a decent regard, like a high regard, that can kind of cloud your judgment a little bit. When I say that, meaning you're willing to give the person they referred you to a little bit more chance, a little more grace, because you don't want to mess up the connection you might have with that person who referred you. And so that's why I'm like, be a little careful with that too. I do think that's a great way though to meet people because it just has a more personal touch, and I think it could be a little more successful. However, do your vetting. Look at the referral source. Is this person judgment I can trust? And also make sure your boundaries are still there,
Yeah.
regardless of who that person is. Don't give a little, oh, but you, Bobby, who last week didn't call you 3 days and you cut him off, but now Billy is doing that, but just because so and so referred him, you letting Billy play in your face. Don't do that.
Like you said, even though he got referred, there's no homie discount.
Mm-hmm.
We still got to start from the basis. We still got to get to know each other. We got some familiarity because we know somebody mutually, but we still going to have to see, does it be aligned with it and not get caught up like, this have to work because I don't want to disappoint my friend or I don't want to feel away. Like, no, I'm okay. Like, hey, we went on a date, went on 2 or 3 dates. We're not really there, but thank you. Or well, it's like I'm like referring somebody from a job. They don't want you to mess up the job. So I'm like, you could say, hey, this ain't work. And instead of not dragging it out just because you want to keep that other friendship alive. It's about being honest and really being honest about, are we aligned? That, you might have thought that was my type, but that wasn't.
Right, right. No, for real, for real. So the other thing you mentioned was the drop in the handkerchief.
I know they get mad at me about that, but yes.
Maybe they're mad because they don't understand.
Mhm.
So what does that look like? And I'm going to ask you, well, maybe it's a question that comes in 2 parts. What does that look like when you're doing it in person, and what would that look like on an app? Because people are still using them, though they're moving away from them because one, these apps just want to steal your money. But anyway, okay. But
Like,
what would that look like if that's still, one of the avenues, if you're serious, you're going to try to use all the avenues to find your person. So what if that's one of the avenues you're using? What does that look like online versus in person to drop the handkerchief, but not look? Because I think people here drop the handkerchief and mean, oh, you all in people's faces, you running after him, chasing him. What does that look like in those 2 settings?
well, in real life, right? What it looked like is being presentable, right? Having a statement piece, having an outfit that complements your figure, your style, and part of that is taking inventory of what looks good on you, right? And doing that work. Because a lot of times a lot of women do not really dress for their shape.
Mm-hmm.
So is this guy, say Nico on Instagram? I found him and I love him, right? And what he does is he have women in the closets and they help find outfits already in the closet, basically shop the closet. That works. So things may have to throw away. So you're a rectangle shape, how to dress for a rectangle shape. So that's one of it, right? So the presentation, you did your part, right? Now at these events, this is when you do it like a network event. If you see somebody you like, play the position, make the eye contact, smile, say hi, be like, make conversation, nice sweater, or what trick is that? That looks interesting. Like, just do something where there's some. He know that this is definitely a green flag now because as men, we got trained that women don't want to be harassed. So we be like, we stare all day, and I tell guys all the time, don't stare at a woman and then wait till you DM her, like, yo, you look bad good. Like, that's weird. But what you can do is also be presentable and have that conversation. If you feel like there's something there, but for women, I always say, you may have to say hello, drop a handshake, smile, do something. Even with a group of women, you may have to take that walk to the bathroom with one of your homegirls and see how they interact in the eye contact. You walk by, you just, okay, yeah, right. So that's how it looks, right? Online, it's just like too. Like, as you look at people's profiles, find something that you find common or some cute little thing he said, a joke, and elaborate on it. So just like we always talk about women, like men don't read their posts. Some guys have personality, even if it's AI generated. But now, once you initially have that conversation with them, then you see how it flows. That just showing like, I like what I see besides the likes and the swipes. Like, this is something that you really like this person. Because I think a lot of times with women, when I talk about they don't know how to date, they just, who comes to them? And they don't like the who, and sometimes you think that's so confidence, but sometimes it's just men with audacity.
Don't, it be the ones you don't want that got the audacity, baby.
Or the married men.
Because they love to act single.
So like I said, I see so many screenshots that women send me of married men and men in relationships hollering at them in their DMs. So I understand the whole concept that you want a man that's confident, but once again, a lot of those guys is just audacity.
That is true.
So yeah, so it's a character thing. But that's it. But that's what I'm saying. With drop the handshake. So I'm not saying holler at him, take his number. And also if anything comes from it, you just made a new connection.
Okay.
That's all.
So What I'm hearing is be approachable.
Yes.
Of course, it's having the physical, but also in your affect, how your body
The demeanor.
language, how your
Yeah.
face looks, your demeanor. Okay, so here's another part to this question. Now, I'm just talking from a perspective of women doing this to
Mhm.
attract men. Are these, I was gonna say something else. Are these men, are they biting though? Right? Meaning women endure that because what I've heard from, people that I know, from clients, is men are not necessarily approaching still. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like this fear. And what you said, they'll see you in person. You gave them the cues,
Mhm.
and then they wanna, oh, right? What what that's weird. Like why, so is there fruits being bore from the work that you're noticing, that you're seeing, or is it still very a slow uptick for that?
Well, once again, a lot of women, and also we got to understand that a lot of women don't understand that men are shy too.
Mm, mm,
So I think a lot of times we feel like men don't have no feelings, so they just do what they do. Like guys get nervous, guys. So I think what happens is what I've noticed that when women start falling in love with themselves and have that confidence and drew that confidence, it
mm.
hits a little different, and guys attracted to that, and they you know so part of what I say it's all about internal work. Like we take care of you first, and then how you present yourself, it does attract. So some guys interested, but if they're a good dude and they have a girl, that's when they feel like they got shot down. But he have a girlfriend.
Exactly. And that's okay, girl, move on.
So that's what I'm saying. They feel like it ain't worked. I tried it once.
Mm,
Like one of my homegirls, she talked to a guy in the gym.
mm-hmm,
They kept on smiling at each other, smiling at each other, smiling at each other. So she finally said hi to him and she asked for his number. See, I didn't say do all that. She said she's like, I'm here now. I'm leaving here with
mm-hmm,
something. And
mm-hmm.
then he was like, oh, I have a girlfriend. She was, oh, see, I tried it. I said, but first of all, it's a numbers game. And you find him attractive, that means that a lot of people may find him attractive.
Mm-hmm.
So he have a girlfriend, but he ain't hit you with, and also you respect his character. Cause he ain't hit you with like, I got somebody. But what I'm saying though, if
Correct.
you like,
Correct.
I got a girlfriend. I'm sorry.
True.
Yeah, so I'd
True.
say that it's a numbers game, but I think a lot of women do it one time and it didn't work out, and they're like, it. But once again, you're doing it with only people that you find attractive or you really like. And not just
Mm-hmm.
trying to somebody growing you a fungus or somebody just like, all right, whatever. Like you're
Mm.
being intentional, like, this is something I like. Let me
Go
invest in it.
for it. Yeah.
And then from there collect data. So I get the
Yeah.
hesitance I get with a lot of women like, share you man. Holler at them, let man be man. All right, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, all we're doing is drop a little handkerchief, and then if he bites, then see and see from there. But you get people that you dating a pool that you actually like. You see
Yeah.
something instead of
Yeah.
saying, why not? Okay. And now he got to do hoops just to get your attention because you really didn't like him.
That's true. No, you ain't lying.
It could be boredom.
You ain't lying, no. No, that's true because we have been socialized to just like let men come to us. And
Mhm.
again, it don't mostly the time it ain't the ones we want. Right? And so we're out of the ones we don't really want. We're trying to pick the best out of that. And it's true. That's why some guys feel the way they feel. They're not wrong. It's true. Like where you feel like you really trying to get this girl's attention, get her to see you, get her to, because you're not really what she want, but she feels she has to give you some type of play or attention because out of all the other stuff, this you feel
Yeah.
like the better choice, but it ain't the choice that she
Yeah.
wanted. You ain't lying. It's true. It's
You're like, oh, here we are. I guess we're going to eat on Saturday. And then
no, seriously.
extra. Yeah. But if someone really like you, it's a different kind of energy exchange. And I think we
Mhm.
gotta be more where women got to understand, go for what you want. Just like you do with your job, your career, you see something you like, investigate.
Noted.
That same energy.
Noted. You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm gonna take that for me. I'm gonna take that for me. So I don't know if we talked about this online or offline
Okay.
though. Have you seen any trends about older women, younger men?
Yes, I love it.
I'm
And
here
I
for
got
it all day.
with that, right? Go ahead.
All day I'm here for it. Okay. No, like, no, when I was actually younger, I
Hmm.
was kind of like, back then, now I still attract, for some reason, men who are way younger than me, right? And back then, I kind of was like, because again, we've been socialized.
Hmm.
date older men because they have blah, 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 which is all lies.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I always be like, oh, we can be friends, like left at that. I'll date you, but I'm not taking you seriously for real.
Mm-hmm.
But now as I've gotten older and I've like been a little entertaining little things here and there, I have entertained younger men, but only like a very small age gap. Now I'm talking about the big age gaps. I've attracted those, and that's the ones I'll be like, we could be friends.
Yeah.
Now I'm being more open to the big age gaps. And I say that simply because in the pockets of dating that I've done,
Mhm.
those younger men, especially the last bit that I've done,
Mhm.
come at you so much better
Mhm.
than the ones who are your age or older. There's
Mhm.
something about them coming correct that they know what to do. Now, I don't know what it is to like exactly move from the courting phase because I haven't actually done it.
Yeah.
But from what I've experienced and what I'm seeing, because I'm seeing it
Yeah.
out here, girl. I'm like, okay, girl. I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
I'm seeing that they showing the hell up. Like just even simply of chatting and getting off the app if you're meeting them online. And then off the app until actual date. And then on the like they are just like, you know what I mean? And it's like you're not having to coax them and all kind of stuff. They really on it. And now I'm like, I don't know if it's because they watch it or learn from their parents. I don't know if it's because, I don't know what it is, but or they just know what they want and they really go after it and they don't care about the rejection or whatever. I don't know. But I love it and I want to be there someday. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Like I even spoke to like an older friend. I was literally on the phone with her and she's in her 60s and her boo is his early 50s. And I was like,
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
yeah, okay. And she's like, yeah, they just come different. Confirmation. I'm gonna take that confirmation. So, what are your thoughts?
Well, a few things, right? God is my favorite comedian, right? So what happens is women in their 40s, sex drive is equally to the young bulls, right? Young guys, right? So that's one of the things, right? So that's why even sexual energy is different when a young guy and an older woman. Another thing is a lot of older men still have old mindsets when it comes to dating,
Mm-hmm.
right? As far as women jobs, women should be doing this, the kid, and they don't even really do about the nursing of the relationship and partnership. They don't like the idea of partnership. So a lot of young guys been around that when they understand that independent women, entrepreneur women, they understand that and they like what they like.
Yeah.
Right. So one of the things where, and also a lot of older guys kind of want the homie discount in the sense of you're older, you may have a kid or two,
Low
you should have
effort.
to holler at you. But the young dude's like, I want this. I'm here. What you need me to do? I go get the diapers. I don't care. So
Yeah.
once again, you're seeing it because a lot of men just younger are hollering at these women. And I was talking to one of my clients. She's 36 and she's trying to like, I want a kid by 40 if not I'm shutting it down. And she said, but the young guys be on me. I said, you're gonna have to entertain them.
Girl, you better grab you one. Stop
She said,
playing.
well, one of them, I don't want to be like same age as my brother. The first one, he ain't right. You fine. Like understanding also character. So like you said, they had the gusto, but then as you get
Yeah.
slow, walk the dog, see if it's just him being anxious and really just want to do it, or he has some substance. He got something going on with him. He has some future plans. But then also.
Do you ever feel like you need a little guidance, a listening ear, or an unbiased perspective, a confidential space to talk through whatever is on your mind? Our compassionate and trained coaches are here to help you with relationship and family issues, career and professional challenges, stress and anxiety, personal growth and goal setting, and general life advice. We're not here just to give you answers. We're here to empower you with the tools and insights you need to make confident decisions. Your first step towards clarity is just a phone call away. Book your call now at www.ajoconsultingservices.com or click the link in our bio.
So we have to have the conversation where when it comes to kids. And so therefore there's some nuances in it. This is what I talk about. We can be compatible and have a kiki, have a good time, but in the deep down, if the shop is closed and he's still young and want that legacy kid thing, we're gonna have to talk. But once again, if he be like, I don't care about no kids, I'm here, or you still want kids, then it's a different conversation. So yeah,
Yep.
so that's why I'm saying a lot of time compatibility, may feel good, is not alignment.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
so therefore, even though you may have phoned a young boy and get your stuff got a groove back on, what we got to also have the real conversation once you get to something serious. What do you want and what do I want? If the shop is closed and you saying, yeah, I'm cool, I may want kids, may not, then we may have to really figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, before the energy is different.
Yeah. Very different. And you hit it right there on the head because that is also something that gives pause, right? At least for me. And I think there's another one, the woman kids piece, because
Mm-hmm.
hell to the no, right? Done. One and finish. I'm
Okay.
done.
All
Okay?
right, come on.
Fini. Okay? I'm done.
Can I just say one thing?
Mm. What you want to say?
Because you're still kind of fairly new to it. So I don't know, it just because it's new right now, you're like, I'm done, or you clear that.
There's no parts of pregnancy that I want. I don't want to go through none of these stages ever again.
Okay.
I'm very clear about it. From the minute I got pregnant, yes, I said the minute. So now my mind has not.
Okay. It's up in the stuck. Okay.
Come with your own or don't want. I was partial to someone else can have it,
Okay.
but you gotta be a special one. I'll help you raise it, but I'm not having it. Okay? It's not coming out of here. I don't want no parts.
I was like, maybe it went under new
But you
management.
gotta be a special one for me to even want to have this conversation with you. But see, that's also the thing, because the young ones be like, yeah, I want to have, or I maybe want. The maybe is a yes, you want it. You're
Yeah.
just afraid to say it. So that's what makes me go, all right, well then. And then the other part is, again, it takes the time to get to know the person. You gotta find out, does this man have mommy issues?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of them who do like older women.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so that's an important piece to also pay attention to, because does this man want you to mother him?
Mm-hmm.
Or he is just truly attracted to you? Like the age isn't really a non-factor, but some men typically go for older women specifically because they have a mommy wound, specifically because they want to be nurtured or get the thing that they were used to, or get the thing that they were deprived of. And so that's also an important piece. And I feel like sometimes I take too much it takes too much mental space to distinguish.
Yeah.
Other men have those issues too, but I feel like especially younger men who goes for the gap, it's kind of like, what's going on here? I mean, I know I'm doing all that, I don't look my age,
I bring that
but
energy. Yeah.
and I've found in the past the ones that I've decided to be friends with, right?
Yeah.
They came at me, but I was kind of like, I'm good. So there was never anything romantic that happens, but then as you get to know them as friends, right? I get to oh yeah, that's a mommy wound.
Okay. Yeah.
You see it, you hear it,
But it's also the gift and the curse by being a therapist or coach is that we see these flags, right? So this is why I like it, but I also understand why the flags be too red to ignore, it'd be too bright. And so therefore you see these things that somebody for naked eye may not notice.
Yeah.
Or don't want to notice. Mama wound, or he had exposure to older women at a young age and it always been his thing now, right? So they want to feel like, a lot of people want to feel like it's me. I'm different.
The
Yeah,
special one.
so once that's part of collecting data and being honest with the data you're getting. So a lot of people don't want to be ignoring the data because they don't want to, off or see something different. But like you said, it's really trying to see, do you want me for me, or you want me to provide a service for you that you need? And then from there, back to what do we want the end goal with? Is this for fun, or is this something serious? If it's just for fun, then I got to put you in the fun category.
Exactly. Everybody comes with their shit. You know what I'm saying? Older, younger, same age, they come with their shit. But like, yeah, definitely figuring out, regardless, what is it that you actually want? Because that's going to bring a lot of clarity, and making sure you have your boundaries and they're fortified. You know what I mean? Not walls, your boundaries. knowing what they are, and no one should be able to, or a younger one shouldn't be able to jump over a boundary where older one, no. Your boundaries should be your boundaries, flat out, and knowing what you want. And that helps bring a lot of clarity. But again, a lot of people either don't have boundaries
Yeah.
or they're unclear what the hell they actually want. They're kind of like, oh, I want a person and can be nice and it's physical, but and outside of that, there's nothing else. And so people get to sneak in,
Yeah.
Put their roots in, and then you're like, what in the fuck? How did I get here?
Yeah. Growing like a fungus. And it happens a lot of times.
Absolutely, absolutely. So for the last little bit, so what to bring with us in 2026? I actually found this post today. And so I want to read this off to you, and then I want to hear what you think about it. So these are dating non-negotiables for 2026.
Okay.
This is from Pretty and Petty as fuck.
I'm with it.
I'm here for it too. And I don't know if it's a he, she, I don't know, but they posted this, and I thought it was some pretty good stuff. So I'm going to read it off, and then you let me know, yay, nay, your thoughts. So consistency over potential. I'm not falling for the they could be great now, or move around.
I'm with it. Potential have an expiration date.
Okay, and it shouldn't be months or years. It should be very precise.
You got to deal with the reality of who we dating and not who they could become. Because a lot of women do want to build a bae and fall in love with potential and try to build from there. And like, no. Who he is now, who she is now, what happens if she don't change? Will you still like her? Will you still love her? Do you want to still marry her? If that person is who they are right now with no growth. And be honest with it. Yeah, I'm with it.
Absolutely. The next one is clear intentions only. If you don't know what you want, you don't want me. And that's enough clarity.
Yes, I'm very big on that because I'm very, I always say, only thing go with the flow of the dead fish. So we're not
every time you say that, I'll be like,
yeah. So we're not really having a real understanding that I want to date you for relationship or I just want to have fun. Be honest, I think a lot of guys also they always say women can't handle the truth. They can. You just don't want the outcome. So you try to mislead them. But if you just want to have fun, be real with it. And you will find someone that's with it.
Yeah.
Then guys get mad. No, I want her to be good girl. Because no, if you say this is what you want, this is what you want. If you just want to date and have casual, if she can say thanks, no thanks, respect that.
They just don't want to give people choice and then choice to not choose them.
Yeah.
That's what it really boils down to.
Or ego and pride, yeah.
Next one is emotional regulation is mandatory. So being grown means you don't lash out, shut down, or play mind games when things get uncomfortable.
And that's why we say it's so important to slow walk the dog. It's only so long somebody can pretend.
Facts.
And also within that, you don't have to do fake tests, but as you talk to them, as you talk about their experiences and their life, you see when things come and see they hold themselves accountable for certain things.
Yeah, and when you see them in different settings during that time too, right? In your house and all that, people comfortable in their house, they comfortable. But seeing them at an event, right? A crowded event, seeing them at a dinner, seeing them at a family event, a family function, you just see different parts of people. You see how they react and treat other people. You see you see so much. So take the time to see them in different settings. Even, depending on how long you're dating this person, taking a trip with them. Even it could be like not a whole weekend thing, not on a plane, but just something. And things don't go their way. See how they act, because that tells you a lot.
It does.
A lot. Yes. Effort that matches energy. So no chasing, no convincing. If I feel confused, that's already my answer.
Listen, they always say love isn't confusing, right? Clarity is very clear. I think that what happens a lot of times is that people try to give people grace in the sense of I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. Oh, he work a lot. She work a lot. No. You also have to see what are they doing to get out of that rut or whatever they is. So someone that feel like it takes a slow to get to know somebody or they shy. Like, what are they actually doing to show you they're really interested in you? And that is breadcrumbing you for a round. I always say consistency is greater than action, greater than words. Words are cool. Action could be breadcrumbing. But consistency, find that person pattern. So they really want to get to know you in a certain kind of build off it. But we only talk once a week, hang out once a month. We're not building nowhere. So even though they may say, I'm dating intentionally, I want to date you, they already see you got to put them in the fun pile or order them. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times we get caught up in just the idea of someone, and like you said earlier, we have to really see what they do, what they rather do, or let the book let them do what they want to do, and
Let them do what they rather
that's
do.
how micromanage
Yeah.
it. Let them move how they want to
That's
move.
a fact.
That's why you can't. That's why I always say, don't tell a man or woman what you're looking for.
Yep.
No, see, you're not trying to be a character. No, just do you. I'll let you know this works for me.
Absolutely. And people will show you real early. They do. They really do. So the next one is respect is non-negotiable. How you talk, how you listen, how you move when I'm not around.
Because I always talk about the concept of, I talk about women mostly when I coach them, is that I always talk about Black Panther. Like, is this your king? Like, would you be proud if this was your king? Like,
Okay.
so it's representation, it's representative of you. So you have to see outside of you. So sometimes what people like, right, the person being an asshole to everybody else, but not to you.
One day that's going to be aimed at your ass.
So they feel like they being special, the special one. So a lot of women like the idea that they want the guy to be standoffish and only be nice to them. But once again, that table could turn when how they handle disappointment, anger towards you when things don't get out the honeymoon stage. So that's part of collecting data. But I think a lot of times, like you said, being respectful is being respectful. You don't have to be loud or do it some way to have your point. If you can talk and have a real discussion, then that signs that it's going to be worse. And I think that things that we don't check at this level, at the dating level, from the relationship level, and the marriage level, it's just going to expose us even more.
Yep, absolutely. The next one is accountability over apologies. Sorry means nothing if the behavior keeps looping.
Yeah, that can be said about breadcrumbing. People say sorry all the time. Words mean nothing, right? That sounds cool, but now I have to see change behavior or attempt. So even with me in my personal life, when I demoted my girlfriends, I gave them time to figure out what things I ain't like. We had a discussion. We had agreed upon. I gave it time, and this thing was still going on. I'm not being a dead horse. Before resentment kicks in, I wish you the best in all your future endeavors.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Healthy communication. We can disagree without disrespect. We can talk without it turning into a power struggle.
And also, that's for men and women, right? Where we have to understand, we try to listen to each other, but a lot of times we just waiting for a rebuttal and not really understanding what that person actually is saying and how they feel. So let's acknowledge it and then have a discussion. But a lot of times people are like, no, because I just didn't want to so focus on their point being met.
Yep.
It's more about you trying to win the battle. And it's like, then who really won? Like, let's really have a conversation and see and go for both of us.
Or being so focused on, oh, I'm being told I'm doing something wrong, as opposed to hearing my behavior hurt this person that I care about, right? And so people like to, again, that has to do with childhood and all kind of stuff. We all know that, right? But having that level of understanding of like, yes, your behavior, the person's not saying you're a bad person, but they're just saying the thing you did has hurt them. Let's focus on that and let's address that. And then if you have any grievances, we can discuss it, right? But a lot of times people just focus on they telling me I'm bad, so they shut down. How is this helping? How is this helping moving forward? Okay, you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. We're not gonna get things right all the time. But anybody, a lot of people, they hear anything that they're not perfection, then like it just becomes a thing, and that's not how the communication. Talking is not all communication is made of. Like you have to comprehend, right? You have to be able to not only hear with your ears, but listen, right?
And even if you're not a therapist or a counselor, what you can do is repeat what the person's saying. So for clarity. So you're saying
my struggles with unexplained infertility, a high-risk pregnancy, postpartum complications, my current struggles with postpartum anxiety, and my continuous advocacy to maintain workplace accommodations have given me a deeper understanding of the challenges women face during such a vulnerable time. My dream is to actively contribute to the reproductive justice movement, reduce Black maternal morbidity, and improve mental health outcomes for prenatal and postpartum women through this work. And that is why I created the Prenatal and Postpartum Supplement Fund. The purpose of this fund is to support women, birthing people, and families This fund will provide financial assistance during pregnancy and postpartum, helping to supplement women and families' income and alleviate financial stress. By creating such a fund, I hope to contribute to the ongoing healing process for many individuals and families. Please support our mission by contributing a donation today.
That and that helps how to facilitate where I'm going if I'm hearing it correctly. And we always say never use the word never do something,
Never.
right? So
Or always, yeah.
always. So yeah, so it's certain things that you could just part of doing the work, right? Is finding other ways to communicate with your partner and understanding that part about how each other adjusts to it. But yeah, having proper conversation to have a solution instead of a battle.
Correct. And this leads into this one. Peace is the standard. If loving you feels like anxiety, chaos, or survival mode, that's not love. That's a lesson.
Yeah, and we also about all the time where sometimes women want that butterfly feeling, right? But sometimes that anxiety, right? And sometimes what happens is in those moments we get so caught up and we're confusing the two, and especially relationships. So what happens is you have to figure out how do your nervous system feel around this person. Do you really feel safe? Do you feel like y'all walking eggshells? Like there's parts that you have to do a self-assessment so you're not getting caught up in the big picture or the big box that person checked, but also the little boxes as well. And I think that's part of taking time, but being honest with that. So I think a lot of time in relationships, people don't really want to check all the boxes back to that perfect thing, but there should be some type of indicators about how this person make you feel. Besides us and feeling now, but how does the person really make you feel? Do you feel safe with that person? Do you feel at peace? Can you just sit together, just be in yourself space? You know, like just little things that we think that is not big deals, but it's big deal for a long term compatibility.
I love now that that's a standard so much because a lot of times, again, people are focused on the butterfly feelings and all that, but you're not gonna have, well, you shouldn't, because if you do, again, that could be anxiety, right? But you're not always gonna have feel good feelings every day, all day. And then also when there's quote unquote a lack of butterflies, doesn't mean that something's wrong. It could be ease, it could be peace. So understanding that, but also this is something that some of us, and I say us, I mean women, we might miss is sometimes we like the vibe because we are the vibe.
Oh yeah.
It's not that that person has brought anything. It's peaceful and it feels good because you are the peace and you're creating the peace. So also paying attention to that because a lot of times people just come into your vibe, they come into your peace, but they're not actually partaking, they're not actually adding, they're not actually doing anything for it. And so you miss kind of understand. You thinking, oh man, this dude is a vibe. Like, oh, he's real peaceful. And the truth is he though? Or are you the peace? Because you was doing the work. You were already peace when he got here, and all he did was just sit his ass down.
A lot of women suffer with that because also a lot of women like the way they become when they're in a relationship or they dating somebody. They like the person they are and not actually that person do anything. It's just you, just like who you are in the dating phase. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of women does that when they try to paint that big brush and be like, because they like how they feel. But that person, so if you're creating a date, you're planning this, you're doing this, he may be paying for it, whatever. But if he's not helping contribute to that piece and that vibe, it's you. And sometimes when women are that special, when they create those vibes, correlating that vibe, they think it's a connection they have. That was just you. You know.
Yeah.
You can change somebody else. Same.
Been there, Lord. Been there. So the next two slides says 2026 energy. It's mutual effort, mutual respect, or mutual distance.
And I think if you heal and you do the work, it's easier to do that. And that's why it's so important that people do the work. Because yes, more women in therapy, but it's definitely doing the work, actually doing the homework. Because once you really fall in love with yourself, I'm sorry, and I tell women all the time when I coach them, your dating pool is going to get smaller.
Way
It's
small.
almost like your palate. Your palate is going to change to the point that you may be embarrassed about the stuff you used to deal with.
Ooh, Lord.
You be like, how did I even entertain that? But once again, give me some grace. But we also have to unpack that. And also, when it comes to a lot of women, I have to deal with them and explain them that the love they seek is possible. So that's part of even the idea of what it is. So sometimes they're like, I don't want to be married. I don't want no kids because they don't even think it's possible.
Yeah, the couple. Yep.
So we have to almost have the fantasy when I have to rebrand you to actually see who this person you want to become and what is possible and why it's possible. The relationship you deserve, all that is part of it, but that's part of doing the work. I apologize.
Absolutely. The last one is dating in 2026 is about peace, clarity, and reciprocity. Anything else is a no.
But you got to stay in a business. That's part of it, right? You can't say you want these things and have these wish lists, but once you get someone you like that may, everybody plan to get punched in the face. So you may say all this, and you see the guy that looks so good, you're like, oh man, maybe, nah. Keep that same energy of what you want. And that's why it's very clear. You got to write these things down. Like, what are the traits you want in your partner? So therefore, when your mind starts playing tricks on you, or you have that kind of fast, you go back to what you wrote that you want and see, does that person match those boxes?
Correct. Whew. All right. That was a lot, but I think y'all, this is a good one. Okay. So I hope y'all are listen and taking heed. All right.
Watch. It's going to be one thing you got to watch it back a few times. Like you said, it's a good, precise, but it's a lot of stuff to unpack. And there's times that you have to reflect in your own personal life. I think a lot of time when these moments happen, we talk about dating relationships, is for you to see yourself and how you move and what areas you need to get stronger at and what areas that I got this part, right? So if you got that part about meeting men, cool. But now, how are you with alignment? How are you standing on business? How are you now positioning yourself for other things? That's all. Like a lot of times we got to take inventory. And not only, it's always about rebranding. Like you have to take inventory about what worked for you, what don't work for you, what you may have to get a coach for, what you may have to, like there's the ways that we have to do with anything. We have to now use that in our own personal life more than ever now.
Yeah, and be able to and be open to doing that more than once a year. You know what I mean? Do it every quarter or something. Do it often enough to make sure that you are on the path that you want to be on. You know what I mean? And that's I think in every area of your life, not just in dating for sure. So, Mr. Scott, please tell people what you have coming up and where they can find you.
Well, all social platforms, Chad Scott here. I'm here. As far as one-on-one coaching, I'm not doing that right now because I'm trying to write this book. But I definitely still answer DMs. I do still talk to people to keep my ears in the streets.
Okay.
And when people do hit me up, I still give them homework. But as far as all social media platforms, I should be doing more talking and being outside more this summer and spring. If somebody ever comes, if they ever come, because this winter's been crazy out here.
Okay. Can we talk about it? Last year, we were kind of like, okay. This year, they said, oh, watch this.
Sorry, we talk about New York only. But we had a great run that winter was blah. Like we've been just getting back to
this is winter now. I got a hoodie on in my house. Okay. Like honestly, I was really like, when's the last time I put a hoodie on in here? Okay.
Listen, the groundhog, we knew the vibe. So it's going to be a couple more weeks. I could tell him that. But yeah, it's going to be. So when spring, summer comes, I will be.
How's that? We're going to love it even more because this trash. So y'all better go outside when it gets nice.
Yes. Thanks again for having me. I always appreciate our conversation and our vibes.
Of course. Thank you so much. Till next time.
Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of the Oasis podcast. I hope you were able to find something that resonated with you on your journey. Don't forget to subscribe anywhere you listen to podcasts and YouTube. Rate us and leave us a review and comment on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, and YouTube. Share your favorite episode and like us on Instagram and Facebook. If you have any questions, comments, want to be a guest, or any show ideas, contact us at ajaysoasis@gmail.com. That's AAYJAYSOASIS@gmail.com, or direct message us on Instagram and Facebook.